My name is Onwatu Perfect. I would like to start off by giving this quote that I love so much by Herbert Hubbard. He said, art is not a thing, art is a way. And during the duration of this video, you're going to see amazing people that live in Onitsha and they found various wonderful ways to express art and craft. And this is what we want to bring out. The city of Onitsha is a rich city with a rich cultural heritage and so many stories, so many things have been said about this city. Stereotypes have also been formed about this city. You know, one of such stereotypes about the city of Onitsha is that this is where commerce booms. This is a city for traders and businessmen only. This is where only traders and businessmen thrive, not really a city for creatives. And the thing about stereotypes is not that they are untrue. So we're not here to dispel the stereotypes that have already been formed about this city. We're here to add to the stereotype, to the story. You know, Chimamanda Adichie said, stereotypes are not untrue, but the problem with them is that they tell one-sided story. They do not tell the complete story. And we are trying to help to tell a complete story of Onitsha, right? And we are doing this by pinpointing artists that are plying their trade, earning a living, and doing what they love in the city of Onitsha. You're going to see the videographer, you're going to see a baker, you're going to see a festival convener, you're going to see someone that brings people together to sing out their hearts, you're going to see a spoken word artist, you're going to see an Igbo spoken word artist as well, and an Igbo actress. All these are various expressions of art. You would also see the designer and what inspires their art. Art is our way to know that our soul is in there. It's everything, it's all encompassing. There is no form of art that is more superior than the other. So, like I said earlier, art is not a thing, it is a way. And with this video, we want to show people that you can be here in Onitsha and create meaningful art. Because this is a period where they say this is an era where there is an inflammation of words. There is so much noise. This is the social media age. There is a lot of advice, suggestions, just a lot of noise, a lot of news bombarding your phone screens at every given time. But art isolates you. Art keeps you grounded. So to me, art is an anchor. Art is not an escape. Art is not somewhere we go when we are tired of life. It is part of life. So this video is to encourage more creatives in Onitsha that there is more to Onitsha than just business. You can find your creative expressions and you can thrive while doing it. You can also make a living, a very comfortable living, while plying your trade in Onitsha. So to the young creatives watching this video, I encourage you to keep on. Do not accept a stereotype that is forced on you. Do not be busting. You can express yourself. You can find your form of art and make it something that is worthwhile right from the city of Onitsha. And that is all this video is all about. Thank you.
I am Ozi Baba Anyetu. I am a storyteller. I am the convener of Obaji Festival and the initiator of Onitsha Meets Nollywood. To me, art is life. Art is everything. Everything we do in life is art. The only thing that makes it different is how we express it. When I came back to Onitsha and I found out that we have creatives, we have people that understand poetry and are willing to perform on stages, but there are no stages in Onitsha for them to perform. So we started something we called Oliona, which is the acronym we gave to Onitsha Literary Society. In Oliona, we created the space for storytellers, musicians, poets to have an opportunity to express their art. So that's where it started. But going forward, we found out that a lot of people did not key into the poetry, the literary kind of art. I think maybe to the people it's not their culture, So we decided to have something broader. We decided to go into the cultural side, understanding that people down here are very, will I say, vulnerable, or very, their reception to culture is higher. So we decided to move into culture that accommodated a lot of things, from dance to display of art to fashion and even the poetry. And here we are today in Obaji community. The bigger picture of what we want to achieve through Obaji Festival is a platform where we will bring people together. We want it to be something like a social hub where Mr. A and Mr. B will meet themselves and become friends and then share their ideas. We believe that when people are together sharing their stories, they can collaborate and they can think of a way to move the society forward. So the bigger picture we have whenever we're thinking about creating the community of creatives, or creating the community where we can sit down together to talk about festival, is for us to identify our strengths and then find what can complement us in one another. And then I believe with that, the society will be a better place. What I think I can do differently when it comes to art community in Onitsha is fund it, fund it. Looking at the era we are in the digital era. There is no investment you make in humans that is a waste. Even if it's not going to give you instant money, the community will be richer. Take for instance, if there are young people that can make money easily from social media positively, you will find out that the money they will spend it within Onitsha, they will influence others. People will see them what they are doing and ask. They can even mentor a whole lot of people. When you see a lot of young people going to workshops, you see them sharing their stories. So I want a situation, if I can, I will create that environment that will let them understand that what they call passion in this particular era has the potential of being something that will earn them enough income. And that is exactly what I will do.
My name is Melvis Ugo Chidera. I am a spoken word poet and a storyteller. It is not cliche if I say art means the world to me. Because indeed, art means the world to me. Art means expression. And I think that's the basics of what we do as humans. Expressing ourselves and yes, art is a means of expression, a means of living, a means of being to me. So that's what art means to me. It's gotten up to a point where the popular demand, when everybody wants a particular kind of thing, they say jump on trend, you trend. So it has gotten to that point, but that's not the particular subject trending, or the particular demand might not be what I want to do. And that's it, I'll just let it slide. Okay, in times like this, when there is a popular demand and I do the demand or not, but there is always a way to get back to my art. I just listen to myself. I just tell myself what I feel like somebody else should tell me. So at this point, I don't need to do too much. I just need to remind myself, this is what I want to do. This is how I've wanted my art to be. This is how pure I want it to be, not just because of how it pleases everybody. It should please people. It should resonate with a lot of people. But of course, I am the source of my art, the one I do, the poetry I do. So I should always listen to myself, and that's what I do, and I get back in track. What I hope to impact in my society is positive change, right? In everything I do, any form of art, Africa, be Pan-Africanism, FGM, and everything is just to create a balance and make the world around me a better place. So positive change, we speak about, we point out a problem and we bring out the solution through this art. I hope that that art starts to resonate again with this city. Of course, there has been art, but I hope we recognize the younger people doing it. I hope that there would be a balance, acceptance for everybody, that this place is not just a place of commerce, a place of the traditional market settings, but that there is growth. We are accepting it. We are incorporating art to it. We're incorporating the technology, the whole revolution, and that's what I hope to influence in my city, Onitsha.
My name is Chamaka Ogechukwu Abo, popularly known as Achalugunwai. I have this community that I belong to, Obaji community, and we have this game that we play in the group. We sing and you guess the name of the song. So at some point we wanted to have an actual karaoke in Onitsha. So me being I have this quality of trying to solve problems. So I told them I was going to find somewhere that we could do karaoke. So I was able to talk to few persons, and the Violet Hotels and Apartments in Onitsha was able to accept us, accept the idea of me hosting a karaoke here in Onitsha. Like play, we started it here in the Violet, and I think to this extent, it has grown way big, more than we expected. At some point, I was having cold feet. The first edition, I didn't want to go again. But somebody was like, I know you're going to freak out, you're going to say you're not doing. But all those, side talks made me to just, man up and finally do it. Why music? I believe music is the best form of art. Music is something that comes from your bowel, from the soul. It's something that everybody can relate to. You can have a painting here, you can have an abstract art here, and nobody would be able to read it or define it. But music, anybody, a mad person, a child, an adult, will listen to a song and it will tell a story. So I think music as a form of art is really cool, and I'm happy I find myself doing this form of art here in Onitsha. I know that this karaoke, we've had grandmothers, or have grandfathers, or have kids, we've had teens, and we have had normal adults, and they come here and everybody is able to relate to what we are doing here. So personally, I think doing this form of art as music and as karaoke, it's something that it's beautiful. Karaoke is the best form of art that I needed to use and bring people together, because here in Onitsha, I was born here, I was raised here, I left to school and I'm back. But you find out that most times people be like, there's nothing happening in Onitsha, there's nothing we can do to have fun in Onitsha. So when I got the opportunity to host a karaoke here in Onitsha, I knew it was going to bang, because look at what we have here today. So many people are here, they are having fun and they dance. We've even moved from karaoke to dance. People sing along, they dance, and it's just a beautiful form that we've used to express ourselves. So many persons have discovered themselves here, and we've done this for a few months. You see people say that I used to be an introvert. Now I get so many testimonies from people, and I'll be like, how? People come here and they win gifts, they win prizes, they win money, and they're like, I'm happy I come for this karaoke because I come here and I'm able to discover myself. Someone told me that she was dealing with low self-esteem. Now, she said karaoke has helped her come out of her shell. So I think generally, the music just really helps everybody to loosen up. Even me, myself, it helped me to loosen up a little bit.
My name is Udo Chukwuchikwendo. I am the creative director of Peaceful Events Management. In Peaceful Event Management, we handle cakes and decorations. So we have peaceful cakes, we have peaceful decor under Peaceful Events Management. Onitsha has been a blessing, a great blessing to me. Onitsha has connected me to so many great and amazing customers who, through their patronage, have actually got me to where I am today. Most of them keep referring their friends. Most of them keep coming back. They keep encouraging me in different ways. So long as you give them what they want and they pay, that is it. So it's been a great time in Onitsha, and I will forever remain grateful to God for bringing me to this city. Thank you. This art, the inspiration can come from any source. First, from God. And when I mean from God, there have been times when, while sleeping, I see certain cakes. And when I wake up, the first thing I do is to get my pen and paper and begin to draft what I saw in my dream. It has happened to me over and over again. There are also times when, by looking at certain elements of nature, I get inspired. I could be looking at the River Niger and I would decide to recreate the River Niger. I could even be discussing with people sometimes and be looking at the patterns on their clothes, and they won't know that the next cake I'm about to do will be exactly that pattern on their clothes. Sometimes I will, with my phone, take certain pictures and then begin to recreate. So we get inspired, or particularly I get inspired from so many places. I also get my inspiration sometimes from the net. I get my inspiration also from other bakers' work. It's just a whole lot of inspirational sources for us. That statement could be said to be true some years back, but not anymore. Today, there are creatives that are coming up and changing the narrative in Onitsha. So many people are becoming bold and courageous and doing things that before now, people wouldn't have believed it will ever be done in Onitsha. For instance, in my own field, there is this notion that you can never have bakers in Onitsha come together to do a cake show, a mega cake show. It has always been just certain kind of minor meetings, but in 2024, a group of bakers came together in this town and did what we call Sugar on the Niger. For a while, people couldn't recover from the effects of that show, because before then, it was quite impossible for such things to happen. And I've also seen people from other fields. I've seen something like the fashion world. I've seen some shows they handle. I've seen other aspects of creativity handling certain things. And this is a way of breaking the genes. This is a way of changing the narrative. I will always say anyone who is in Onitsha and who wants to make it will make it. People are making it. So if you're a creative in Onitsha and you know what you're doing, you're focused, you're determined, you're persistent, you will actually get to wherever you want to get to. Art is fun. Art is the beauty of the world. Art is what gives life to this world. Without art, this world would be so dry, would look dry. So whatever aspect of art is what brings life to the world. Whenever I'm creating cakes, though it's stressful, but when at the end of the process, you deliver such cakes and both the customers and anyone else who attended the event begin to be like, wow, it's wow, it's wow. And you see the smiles on their faces, it also energizes me. It energizes any good baker. It kind of erases the stress you went through. It gives you that superpower kind of feeling. So art is actually fun.
Ndewo ndị be anyị. Afa m bụ Nwaada Chinenye Ozemena, nke ọtụtụ ji Nwaada Pella wee malụ. Abụ m a storyteller, onye na-akọ akụkọ. I tell stories through documentaries, ịmaga akụkọ gbasara anyị ndị Igbo, nakwa spoken words. Mana spoken words nke m ejikwa m Igbo eme ya, ngwakọnyezie obele bekee n'ime ka o wee na-adabafu na-emekwa na acting na-emekwa advert ịkọwapụta ihe ndị mmadụ na-emegasị ya. In conclusion, abụ m onye na-akọ akụkọ. I think it should be the opposite. Do you get? Because okay, this is a little bit personal. I don't sure no going money akpagide nkata ngwata odi ya. Ọ mgbe ọ nọkata ọ dị nne m ka ma na-apụ ala. Nọkata na-agwa onwe m okwu, ọ dị m ka onwe mmụọ mụ na ya nnọkọ. But to me, I felt like it's curiosity because almost some things in my feel like if ndị mmọnwụ eme nke a n'obodo eme nke a n'obodo ịmago nnọkata ọ dị m ka onwe ndị mụ na fa nọ na-akpakọnya bụ nkata. So when it comes to spoken words, for example, I did not even do literature in my secondary school. On a university can't get a but for me to coin words and marry the two languages, Amaram can't stay near. So most times when I come out and write something for a video shoot or for performance, I don't do it. I'm going to pay attention to rules governing the language, but rather I get the inspiration. Same thing goes with acting. Before, and one of my idea that I can act, or just if not digi. Then for documentary is curiosity. Why more about the type jojo? Isn't if I jojo why the oji? So I did not just develop the art, but I think the art developed me and made me to find who I am. Do you get? Yeah. Kedifen jiwe weli Igbo wee kpọrọ ife. Mmasịkwa gị na ọnwa onye nne gala anya wee kpọrọ ife o. Na-etonite ịmago ofu ka onye azụ n'ime Onitsha na Onitsha ka nọ wee to. Na-etonite fu ịmago gụọ akwụkwọ mbịa na ụlọ akwụkwọ. Ịmago mfu ụmụaka ibe mfa na-asụ someri. Ndị si esi nata bi izu ike. Fa na-agba mbọ ka ha sụta Igbo. Mfu na ịmago ọ bụ na ya kpọrọ ife mkpa na ọ ga-anarịkwa n'anyị. Mbịa tupulu ana welile m wee gụọ eze m ọnụ wee duo onwe m ọdụ. A na-aga n'iru nnukwu ndị UNESCO kwuru na ọ bụ na hapụ asụsụ Igbo na asụsụ Igbo nwere ike inwe ihe dịka afọ 50 na-abịa. Nwee sị mba n'ihe ọ bụla m ga na-eme ga-abụ Igbo maka na abụ m onye Igbo tupu m abụrụ onye Nigeria, tupu m abụrụ onye Africa. Nwee sị onwe m na ebe ọ bụla m ga na a ga-eji onwe m agbụrụ m si nyabụ my identity wee malụ m nyabụ ihe ọ bụla nne whatever I'm doing, I try as much as possible to infuse my identity. So that's why Onitsha, enwere someone mmasị gị na-eme the kind of thing I do, mmasị gị na onye ka na-elegala anya. Majority ndị na-afụ ebe abụrụ this particular niche ka ha na-eme full time, but there are some other creatives so na-afụ their consistency, the way they put out things, onefa si agba mbọ na motivate kwano ịghọtago. So any motivation ọ bụla iwu na onye ga-anọ na that your niche, and I was able to connect with a lot of people, different brands, different groups. From there I met different individuals and getting inspiration. Most times with people, not the same thing in making and wanting inspiration. So back then in the active, sometimes we'll sit down and then when random conversation, I pay attention to people's words, but most times they don't know. Only Madagabu or trigger my thoughts. I will just sit down maybe, and then when the conversation, I'll be penning down some things. So later on, I'll come up with something with it. So my signal nyawa onaka who's to go motivate him and imago people to go add there into what I do in Onitsha. Art. Mboboni ifuru art nyabonka. When I say one, I may find and apply art. On my definition, nyabu definition kanje jelukwata. I say art is a means of self-expression. There will never be definition more. So I would also make use of the definition that art is a means of self-expression because it doesn't have any rule or government. When you put out something, then when you express yourself is art. So I would say that you are art and art is in you.
Afam bụ Chineze Nwanolu, abụ m onye Onitsha. Agụrụ m akwụkwọ na UNIZEC and then ife ngụrụ bụ psychology. Then major na clinical psychology. Currently, I'm working in an hospital as a psychometrician and also as an entrepreneur. I'm a content creator. I've been in the creative space for the past 10 years. Yes. for the past 10 years. Yeah, because I started 2014 as a student. As a student, I became a radio presenter in my small school where Unizik FM. So I worked as a presenter for like 4 years. Yes, 4 to 5 years. I graduated and came back to Onitsha, and then I became a presenter in City Radio. I worked in City Radio for a long period of time. So calculate 2014 till now, it's 10 years, right? So for the past 10 years, I've been in the creative space. Strong, oh, very, very strong. Well, I see art as a nature. Yes, it's a very natural something. Like being an artist and then being into art, it's something that I see as a passionate vision. Yes, let me just scrap it all with a passionate vision. So I see art as a sweet thing and as a nature, nurture, and a passionate vision. Yes. I found them organic because if you find them sometimes, like if you notice, they are more like a spiritual people. Because for you to be an artist and also be a content creator, you have to be creative. You have to live to inspire people. Anything you're putting out there, it's more about you're bringing good news to the world. So I see them as a prophecy. I see them as creative Mugon. That's how I see them here.
My name is Chukwebuka Miracle, also known as Unique. I am a filmmaker.
Okay, stories and impact. I think impact is more important to me, than just the stories. Anybody can come and create stories. You get so, but I think impact is more important. For me, there's still so much to do, right? Because judging from where we are coming from here in Onitsha, people tend not to really take us very serious when it comes to, the film industry and cinematography. You get, if you're into cinematography or filmmaking and you tell someone you're based in Onitsha, they'll feel like you don't really know what you are doing. So, I feel like there's still so much to do. Even though I've done my own part, at least I've been able to host, a wedding cinematography masterclass. I think that should be 2 years ago or so. So for me, I've been able to create some groups, adding some, different cinematographers, trying to bring them together to, grow and, impact each other. So for me, I think the impact is more important, which I've already ventured into, and I also hope, that we are going to do more in time to come. So I think the impact is more important to me than the stories you get. For stories, anybody can create a story anytime you decide to. So that's just it. Also on the impact, I hope that in time to come, I can be able to drag some of those big brands and companies over here in Onitsha, because it seems they are always all over other places, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, and neglecting this part of the world, because they feel like nothing good comes from here, right? So by God's grace, in time to come, I would work towards making some of all those things happen here, right? Because I feel like if somebody has not, taken that step, it won't happen. So we need to convince them that we have talented creatives from here, that can do amazing stuff. So that's for now. Okay, what influences my creative process? I think the people, right? The people. But then in terms of my personal experience over here, I think I'll say the city and the people, because for some of my personal projects that I've done, which are not really yet out, for some reasons, I think it was really influenced by, the city, some places in the city that I feel like they are untapped, right? The people also, they work together. So I feel like personally I'm influenced mostly by the city, and then a bit of the people. So yes, I think one of my, major dreams in this city is to change perspective. You know, I want people to know that, yeah, you know, you have creative people over here. Like we have, but then I feel they are not really they are not really out there, right? Most people just want to live on Onitsha, and you know, they don't want to recognize where they are from. Even though I'm not from Onitsha, but then for the fact that, you know, this city made us, so we actually said that this is where we are from. So, but you know, so for me, I actually want to make, you know, a lot of changes. I actually want to create impact, right? Which I've already started, but then on the small scale. So I would want, you know, a time whereby, just like I've said before, you know, I can be able to bring brands over here to host, you know, some seminars, master classes, and you know, just stuff that will change the face of the media space over here. So, you know, that's one of my dreams.